Good evening, gang. How is it going? Um, Hello, XJ Cloud. How is it going? I am hearing you say a yo that loud, that long in my head right now. That's very fun. Oh, good. This list has all it. Yeah, don't worry. Uh, is it right? I don't know, but it's fine. I got a couple quick announcements before we get into playing any matches with this same list that I played last time. Um, yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling. Two announcements. One, I did a bonus update to my sideboard guide this month because um, at the start of the month I wasn't totally sure about the non-ley line graveyard hate versus scam, and I also wasn't sure about our friend here, Mr. Bones. So I didn't want to put that in the guide yet because I wasn't totally sure. Now I'm sure. The guide was updated earlier this week on Tuesday to contain these changes, and I believe the guide is literally, yeah, it is exactly this list, um, but with some formal wares in there because I focused my sideboard guide for paper. Um, so if you would like that, you can type !sideboard guide, get a link to it. It is for everybody who subscribes to the $5 tier on my Patreon, which you can, if you go to FlexSlot, it'll sort of link back to it, but you can also do Patreon, I think, and the link will appear up. I should really know if that command exists or not, but don't know for sure. Um, but yeah, you can subscribe to my Patreon to get access to that. I update it monthly, which is why this sort of middle of the month update was kind of a bonus one. Um, the other update is that I am soon going to be taking a short break from streaming. Um, I will still be here this Sunday. What is that date? The 21st of July. But then I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I haven't really taken a break from streaming since I started almost 2 years ago. Um, After next Sunday, I would be not able to stream the next 3 stream nights anyway, and then I won't really have anything to work on because we're just waiting for Grief to get banned. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to take a quick break while we wait for Grief to get out of this format, and then come back to it with fresh eyes. So after this after this Sunday, July 21st, I will be taking a break from streaming through August, um, and I will be coming back after Labor Day weekend. So I believe my next stream will be September 5th. If that sounds right. Um, I'll double check and I'll announce in all of the places that need to be told. But yeah, um, gonna work on some other things. Gonna have a little bit of extra free time, um, and I will return once a little bit after the August 26th ban and restricted announcement, in which presumably, at the very least, Grief will be banned from Legacy. But we aren't at that yet. I have SCG Baltimore to go to next weekend. So we're just going to get more reps in with this list that again, I'm basically taking as is, other than formal wares. So we're just gonna get some more stuff in. League, full points. There we go. All right. How do I pronounce this? Lifgijo. I'm not sure where to put the. I'm not sure which ones are supposed to be letters, which ones are supposed to be words. Either way, thank you for the follow. Hope you have a good time. I may take that opportunity to play some cube with friends. We'll see. I did not win the die roll, but I do have a pretty good hand. We're gonna keep this. Once upon a time. Oh boy. Interesting. Is this Cloud Post then? Yeah, Cloud Post. It's really funny just looking at the list of all of the non-basic land types that just go off the screen. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just wasteland this, honestly. Although maybe not. I know they have a Spirit Guide in hand, so they very well could Spirit Guide crop rotation. Maybe that's fine, though. If I just waste in their upkeep instead. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's up, Joe. Got it. Understood. I'm putting it together now. I see the acronym. Well, then I'll just call you Joe, cause I know you. All right, they crop rotate for a Cloud Post, which makes sense, and they play a Glimmer Post, which I would rather they play than basically any other lands. So that works. Let's see what this Thoughtseize gets out of there. Ooh, get out of here, Sowing Mycospawn. You are a problem. And their hands does actually nothing after that. I guess they don't really have a green source for the Mycospawn anyway, but I'd rather the payoff for the green source be a Once Upon a Time and not Sowing Mycospawn that basically does that, but better. Okay, so I think we're just getting Cauldron here. They have a Mazavith, which is annoying, but like, what are we gonna do about that? They can cast a lot of stuff off of there. Ooh, this is all cast triggers, right? Yeah, so that doesn't do anything. Probably supposed to get Cauldron in play while I still can. Before anything dumb happens. Check for a pulse. They've got a pulse. No land drops, so they don't even play their Karakas. That's interesting. Yeah, Thoughtseize is better than anything else I could cast here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to crop rotation again, I guess. Alright, we will deal them 1 damage. So they have 8 mana? Disruptor Flute. Okay. What do they even name? Wastelands? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. We'll get the Sowing Mycospawn. It'll at least be a 3/3 we can attack with. We are really just drawing nothing but 3-drops, huh? More like formal. Where the hell? Yeah, damn right. Okay, there's a green source, so they can start going off. But they don't even... Huh. Annoying time to draw Wasteland. Yeah, that's a bummer. If we had drawn that one turn earlier, then we would be okay. Potentially, at least. I mean, I guess it's the difference between 1 or 2 turns with the planar nexus in play. I'm still amazed they didn't just cast this once upon a time already. Hey Shoreline, welcome. Hello, hello. So if this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it would be just 8 damage. That's not super impressive. I don't really want to use the Skyclave because I want to keep that as a potential Karn answer. I guess the reality might be that these once upon a times are going to make it so that it doesn't really matter whether we wasteland. So I think the options are either Lauren the Disruptor Fleet or we recruit for a Solitude. No, because the Solitude doesn't do anything unless we get rid of the Crocus. So yeah, I think we actually just have to. We are just gonna Lauren the Disruptor Fleet. Oops. Mm-hmm. I hope the fact that they're thinking about this means that their options were not great. And I think Planar Nexus, the second Planar Nexus does not do a whole lot here, so I think that's mostly a win. I guess it's a second potential green source, but the Cloud Posts are already making more than enough mana, so... Yep. I'm surprised they didn't Once Upon a Time first. Obviously it's extra mana, but I don't know. If they had the opportunity to play like a Tabernacle or an Ayavug in here, I think they would rather be doing that. Sowing Mycospawn, that's brutal. That is exactly what I did not want to see. This card's fucked up. Yeah, Sowing Mycospawn is a disaster. This card just does too much. Yeah. And One Ring? That was your draw step? Gross. Disgusting. I gotta just let these die. The Calder stays around, but... Yeah, the Eldrazi are just absurd. From MH3. Okay, cool. We don't really have a long-term plan here. It's hard to have one when we've missed so many land drops and don't have White Orchid Phantom in our deck. So we are probably just dead. Okay. They are having some not so good draw steps. I am going to pay for the Skyclave here because it's not like casting any of my 3 drops really does anything. So I'm hoping, yeah, I'm just going to Stone Forge for Phantom Blade here. Gives me the opportunity to get aggressive next turn. And we just have to dodge top decks from them. That's basically it. Good reminder. Yeah, Tabernacle destroys creatures. Yeah, so you do not have to pay for Cauldron. Very important. Okay, they just drew into the land. That's good. So I'm gonna put in Phantom Blade here. Attach to the Skyclave, kill the Sowing Myco Spawn. I will not pay for the Stone Forge. I will pay for the Skyclave. And not pay for the Germ, obviously. Okay, I mean, that is what we needed to draw. Yeah, just get rid of this maze. The Tabernacle in play means we might never cast a spell, but like we just need to kill them in annoyingly 3 turns and not 2. But I guess they have the Elvish Spirit Guide to block a little bit of the Cauldron damage anyway. But all right, just don't draw anything good. Just draw another Once Upon a Time. No, stop. Stop, Karn. So now they can just lattice me right away. Oh no, they have Ensnaring Bridge, never mind. Yeah, I guess lattice doesn't work because I just kill the Karn with the Cauldron. So I can either let the Skyclave die and guarantee we kill the bridge, or I can pay for the Skyclave and bank on drawing a land. How many lanes are left? Do they have there's only 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a little under 50% chance to draw a land. How do things get complicated if we let them? Yeah, we can't kill Karn if we. Yeah, we just have to pay. Okay. Come on. That is the one thing that would have let us pay. Or let us kill the Karn if we hadn't paid, but I guess maybe that is over 50% chance. I don't know. If Karn grabs the card Skyclave has exiled when it dies, does it make a 0/0 illusion? I think so, but I don't actually know for sure. Well, we just have to pass now. And now we're dead. Show me the Emrakul. Alright, cool. Alright, bring in White Orchid Phantoms. Cutting Jite. What else do we cut? Thalia is not good, but it's possible it's even still just better than like a Sash. Mother of Runes also doesn't really do much, but they do have Dismembers post board. I think I should probably bring in Surgicals. Yeah, I want Surgicals for Cloud Posts. That's probably where we cut the last two Thalias. I don't think Surgical on post is like a robust plan at all, but I think it's one of the ways you can win. I think you have to shoot for the fences in this matchup generally. Yeah, we'll go with this. This is not even remotely what we need. This is a lot better. I think I just put the plow back. They're very creature light. Yeah. Oh yeah, Thalias are probably better than Moms, yeah. Look, we'll let them once upon a time like that. It's they have every right to do so. Yeah, I should have thought about this, and whether I wanted to fetch a scrub land in case I drew a wasteland. But oh well, I'm just gonna do this now. All right, cool. Lots of them. What do you got over there? A whole bunch of nonsense, and you can't really cast much of it. So they can play Beseiju, Disruptor Flute, the Aether Vial. Yeah, now I really wish I had been able to cast two Thoughtseizes. What am I supposed to take here? I'm pretty sure it's either Dismember or Flute because I really want to... I want to be able to pressure them with this Stoneforge, and both of these cards make it harder to do that. This is probably a formal wear moment. This is interesting. I think I take the Dismember, because if they flute, then they have to pick between Vial and Stoneforge. Obviously, I'm going to have put the Stoneforge in play first. This is really tricky. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this a formal wear moment, because I think if I had formal wear in my deck, I could very easily take flute and then just use formal wear to play around the Dismember. And because I don't, it's a lot trickier. And I think the answer is that I just have to live with my Stoneforge getting killed and take the flute. This is tough. Because I really am probably going to need this Vial long term. But they also have the Karn. None of this is good. This is rough. I'm going to screenshot this one. I'm going to take flute. They drew a Glimmer Post. Okay. You got it. Yeah, sure. You can do that. Resolves. I would love to. Okay. Sure. Yep. Got it. Never didn't have it. So they besaged me. I'm just gonna Thoughtseize now, get the Dismember out of there, and yeah, okay. There we go. Yep. Urza's Tower. You got it. Vesuva on a Glimmer Post? Hell yeah. I would love Recruiter of the Guard. Do I even want to White Orchid anything here, though, is the real question. What else would I do? Maybe. I think I agree with you, Mir. I think we want to spend our turn getting Yorion here. Urza's Tower. They can cast Mycospawn. They'll get something else with it. Maze, yeah, okay. White Orchid Phantom. Get that maze out of here. If we get to Skyclave the Karn / whatever they get with the Karn, they don't even have another forest in their deck? Did they draw it, or do they really only have one forest? They must have drawn it, right? There's no way they only have one forest in their deck. To get a Mycospawn they can't cast. Urza's Tower. They're on one. That is unfathomable to me. 5, 6, 7. So this is almost lethal. I would have to Skyclave for it to be lethal. Which doesn't even lose to Dismember because they would go to 3 then. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna cut the moms for Thalias here. And then I think... Now that I know they have a single forest in their deck, at the very least, I'm probably converting Swords to Plowshares into Path to Exiles. I think I'll just leave it at that. It's definitely a one-lander. Not one I'm interested in keeping. This is so much better. Holy shit. I'll just put the Emperor Bones back here. I guess maybe I put the second Stoneforge back. Play Besage You as a mana source. I'd love to see that. Yeah, let's get a Plains off of this. You got it. Planar Nexus plus Urza's Tower. No Vesuva on Planar Nexus. That's a lot less scary. Doing all this to cast a Karn or something? Okay. They like went to 1 card in hand to cast a Karn here. They like have to get Bridge. They get Flute. Okay. Sure. If I just White Orchid their Planar Nexus, they have 2 mana. They can flute my Vial that's already turned off. I'll just start attacking their Karn. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of messed up. Flute. On Wasteland. Okay. I think that makes sense, honestly. Huh? I was about to joke that, like, I wonder if they're gonna animate my Vial for me so that I can attack for 1. And then they just did it. I'm so confused. Didn't see up to. Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, that resolves. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. They have to get Ensnaring Bridge. They can cast it. So I need to find another White Orchid, basically. Hell yeah. There's actually a lot of things. It's either a White Orchid, Skyclaver, Lauren are all fine. So there's a lot of things that work, but this is the simplest. Oh yeah, Wisp works too. Yep. Maybe I was supposed to keep the Vial on 2 here, because I know I have 2 drops in hands, but... Okay. No, I don't really want that. I just need to find an answer for the bridge as soon as possible. Yeah, I do want. I also want to put Vial to 5 ASAP. That is for sure. Um, Do I think I'm just casting Stoneforge, get Phantom Blade, hold everything up, and then next turn they're basically dead. Not the land they wanted. Okay. I was gonna. Sure. I don't understand anything. I don't know why they didn't just get Tabernacle there. But I'm not going to complain about it either. Well, this game's over. It'll take a little bit to find an answer for the Ensnaring Bridge, but my opponent is never going to make a meaningful amount of mana, so... I think I'm actually supposed to just bounce Yorin right now before they draw Dismember. Alright, good for them. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just going to Yorion in response to all the Tabernacle triggers, but they see the writing on the wall, so we're good. Man. I feel like the new post is like a little harder to deal with because it just seems like they're more consistent and also a lot less susceptible to removal, but White Orchid Phantom is real good in that matchup. Yeah, I agree. It's always weird how like yeah, there were ways that like I definitely had games against Post where like I did in fact I like wastelanded their Caracas or whatever, exiled it so they couldn't get it back with Ramanov Excavator or whatever, and it's like, well, are you gonna Emrakul? Because I sure have a Solitude for it. And those games were always really fun. And I think it's a lot harder for those to happen because this version of Post is definitely like it's better. It's a lot better at like just making you have it and doing something kind of stupid really fast. Although notably, if they have single forests in them, then like it feels like they die to a lot. But yeah, they have. I think they have about the same number of threats, right? It's just that they now don't have any threats that care about like swords to plowshares, which is probably what a big weakness of theirs was before. Yeah, Karn is pretty fucked up though. I think I've only seen lists have like two-ish, which is helpful. You know, they won't always have it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out that's what's wrong and they just play a full playset, and then I won't like that. It probably should be for, but a lot of the lists that I have seen on Twitter or whatever are only playing like two. I don't know why, but I saw it once or twice. The reasoning might be that just Karn isn't good against Scam, so you have to split the difference, at least in the short term, but that's just a guess. I really don't know. All right, let's try this again. 3.5 minutes is long enough. Yeah, something like that. How's it going, chat? Hope you're having a good evening. Hoping you're having a more exciting one than the last 5 minutes have been. There's no legendary possum in Bloomboro. That's crazy. What are new magic sets if not legendary creature delivery delivery mechanisms? Only wait, really? Only one? That's wild. I thought it was like the. I thought it was one of the. I mean, obviously, like Bloomborough has a bunch of creature types. That's kind of the whole point. But I thought Possum was one of the main ones. Like, I thought there were cards that referenced the Possum creature type. But maybe I'm just wrong. That's very disappointing. Tender Wild Guide. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, this one, yeah. That card's cool. I like it. What do you mean no seals? There's seal of removal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry there are no seals. Yeah, the token is very cute. I've seen some like there's like the collections of like the here we go, finally. Of there's some joke that I saw somewhere about like only playing cards that have also been turned into tokens, and I remember the Tarmogoyf token from one of the Modern Horizons 3 commander decks was like a big ad for that bit, but admittedly I only vaguely understand what the goal was there, so True Imperial Seal, Ground Seal. Trying to think of a seal that isn't one of the cycles of seals that you have to sacrifice. Seal Away. Yep. I will be keeping this hand once my opponent lets me, but apparently we are still in queue spiritually. Oh, they disconnected. Okay. Does Kozilek's unsealing count? I think so. I think so. Alright, they mulligan to 6. I'm keeping. Oh yes, Sarkhan's unsealing. I want to say there's a card called like Unsealing the Past, but I think that's actually just the name of a StarCraft 2 mission. Let me reiterate. It is definitely just the name of a StarCraft 2 mission. I don't know if it's also a Magic card or not. Sealed Fate. Yeah, one thing that I kept thinking of was back when, a long time ago, it would have been back in high school, and my friends and I were all like really into WoW. There was this joke that we kept making where like people would talk about a rogue ability called Seal Fate, but like on like the official WoW forums, people would always say Seal of Fate. And I remember one of my friends made like a stupid image of like the Seal of Fate, and it was an actual seal or whatever. It was funny, I promise. So they daze my Vial. I'm definitely casting a 2-drop. I think I'm just starting with Stoneforge, right? If they kill it, I'll just Emperor of Bones it. And I can easily next turn go Emperor plus Mom, getting a swamp off of here, and then I can get back the Stoneforge the next turn while playing the Shadowy Backstreet. But I think Stoneforging for a Phantom Blade here is pretty good. Should bring back seals for letters back. That's a thing that a lot of people advertise for like wedding invitations. I think it's pretty cool. Days again. All right. Yeah, I was pretty sure it's assassination, but I never played a rogue really, so I could only guess. It's getting forced. Pitching a Psychic Frog, okay. Works for me. In that case, I think I'm just playing Vile over Mom. Yeah. Is this the third days? Oh my god. They keep keeping the card on top, I guess. This is also kind of fine. Because they're only dazing stuff that, like, isn't super high impact. A little late there. But I think I'm just going to recruit for a Skyclave. Oh, hell yeah. It was a good Bones moment. Yeah, sure. I assume this is going to be like bolt into land into Murktide or something like that. Is that what they're going for? No, not even. And they're not hitting Delirium. Unless they hit like a... They need to find... I guess it could be like land cantrip into... Okay, find a Wasteland. Annoying. The only way to get Delirium would be like Mishra's Bauble or another cantrip flipping a creature. Something like that. Yeah, we're going Mom Bones. I'm going to exile the Recruiter. Attack for 2. They hit Mishra's Bauble. So the DRC is finally delirious. I'm going to let it attack me. And... Oh, never mind. I will not let it attack me. Alright, well, time for this matchup to get even easier. Get rid of Thalia's, Cauldra, Lauren, and I've been shaving a Thoughtseize against Delver, and it's felt pretty fine. So we'll go with that. I'll take it. Venge Vinny, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you very much for the support. there's a decent chance I'm going to kill this DRC, but the way my hand is right now, there's no reason to not play around days, basically. So if their DRC gets a couple extra surveils, oh well. Better than it not dying, so. No fetch land again. Okay. Ooh, even better. This is a little awkward. If there was just one, it would be easier. I think I'm still probably supposed to just get rid of one of them anyway. Well, you picked a great deck. I guess I should have warned you. I will be taking a short break from streaming after this Sunday. So I am sorry to say I will be gone for a little bit, but I'll be back in early September, basically. I'm just going to take a break for the month of August. Is this a Psychic Frog? That's kind of what it's looking like. Psychic Frog it is. Alright, there you go. What do we got here? Skyclave. Unfortunately, in a position where, since we haven't played into days at all, we kind of have to continue not playing into days. And annoying that we drew another 3-drop, so we can't even double spell no matter what. But that's an even better reason to just keep playing around it. There is the days that we would have played into. And they're now delirious, and they unfortunately were able to protect the Psychic Frog, but they're only going to get 1 draw step off of it, so could be worse. Okay, Murktide. Murktide's a little scary. Let's see. I'm at least going to surveil once. We're looking for a Swords to Plowshares or a Solitude. So I'm almost certainly putting this in the graveyard. I just want to make sure I know exactly what I'm looking for, or like what my plan is if I don't find a Swords or a Solitude, because I can either just take 6 damage from the Murktide, especially because the other creatures aren't flying or aren't going to be able to fly, and maybe just like Skyclave the Psychic Frog to be safe. I could recruit for a Solitude, kill the Murktide, and just like chump block the frog, basically. Although I think that's a little weak to the bolt that would be very likely to be in their hands. Yeah, I'm just gonna bin this, and because the upside of finding swords or solitude is so high, I'm just gonna surveil again here, I think. Not what I'm looking for. Let's get the Psychic Frog out of there, and then, yeah, I'm not gonna wasteland, I need this mana in play. If they only had one volcanic island, then I might wasteland, but, okay, another DRC. Gross. This is definitely the kind of hand that they needed against me. And they hit it. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just dead now. That was way too good. Yep, okay. Also, what is it with these people and their counterbalances? I don't understand. I just refuse to believe that there's a card in their main deck that's so bad that they need to take it out for counterbalance against DNC. It just doesn't add up. This hand works. It's a little risky, but mulliganing to 6? Sure, yeah. Two Delvers. And the basic is in their hand already, so this White Orchid is going to get them, kind of, I guess. What do I want to get rid of here? I guess there's not going to be a reason for me to cast the White Orchid next turn, which means that I don't have to worry about taking the days. I think I just want to take a Delver because it's what I'm most... Like, they're going to cast a Delver and pass. So I think I want to just... get rid of a threat because it's the kind of card that I care about, and like because I'm going to be playing around this days anyway, I'm kind of looking at 2 threats, 2 cantrips, and I would rather just get rid of the threat. They go, okay, sure. Now we're gaming. That was like the perfect draw. Force, pitching, ponder, so I still know everything in their hands. Okay, sure. Mm-hmm. Now they have some play here. They can just daze to get their volcanic island out of play if they choose to do that. Works for me. They're okay. They're gonna brain. I guess they could do both actually, just brainstorm and daze if they choose to. But either way, I'm pretty happy with whatever they choose to do because it's forcing them to use their resources in a really bad way. So. I could get a scrub land here to make sure that I have a black source if I draw something. I think I would rather just have another plains in play though. I could also just turn my scrubland into a basic swamp. I think I'm kind of into that actually. Yeah, let's do it. And after all that work, their Delver doesn't even flip. It's so funny. And they play Psychic Frog. Okay. So the last card in their hand is Volcanic Islands. That's annoying. I really wanted to just draw literally any white source or any white card so that I could just recruit for Solitude, kill Frog. I am going to recruit for a Skyclave here and Wasteland the Underground Sea. Yeah. I'll keep the White Orchid Phantom back. I may force them to discard a card if they want to get a card off the Frog. We'll see. We'll see what they choose to attack with. I think this is worth it. Make him discard something. I know one of their cards is Volcanic Islands, so yeah, I'm just going to make you do it. Discard DRC. Sure. Yeah, I was supposed to double block there, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now the game is pretty much over. Take this trade, I dare you. Okay, that's what I thought. Don't need a Thoughtseize. Go ahead and put Yor into my hand and attack. I'm telling you, Delvers just don't flip in this deck anymore. They should just get rid of them. Yeah, alright, cool. Thanks, Shoreline. Have a good night. Delver really is the worst card in Delver. It is really weird to me how Delver is now a deck that plays like 15. They're on like 15 threats right now, I think, maybe 14, but like it's like the most I've ever. It's the most creatures I've ever seen in Delver. To speak nothing of the fact that they also have those stupid Mishra's Baubles in their deck for Delirium, which also don't flip the Delver. I don't know. It's just so much worse at blind flipping than it used to be. I think it topped out at like 13 back in the day. I think it sometimes boarded into more than that. But I think it was about 14. I think the land count in those decks was also lower though because they had Deathrite. So, well, that's one of the least keepable hands I've seen in a while. This hand isn't much better, but we'll try it. So yeah, just put the Backstreet back in my deck. All right, what's going on over there? My opponent is playing Modern Boros Energy in Legacy. I don't care about the Galvanic Discharge. I don't care about the Thalia because I have Caracas. So I'm taking either Guide of Souls or Amped Raptor. Probably just take Guide. I mean, they can cast Amped Raptor, I guess, but that doesn't really do much. Yeah, we'll just take the Guide of Souls. Obviously, we should have taken the Amped Raptor so we could just Swords the Guide. That's fine. Goodbye, Static Prison. This really is just... the modern deck. This is pretty wild. Yes, please. I won't cast that yet. I'm gonna hold up this Caracas for now, but I'll happily cast Recruiter next turn. Sure. I see the combo. Mm-hmm. Well, right into Unstable Amulet. That's broken. Yes, they are playing a modern deck. Is there even a reason to... I guess I might need to Swords one of these just for... excuse me. Just because, like, I'm going to start taking damage from the Amulet. I'm not really going to be able to block next turn either. What am I even recruiting for? Could get Skyclave, could get Lauren. Could just get Stoneforge? I don't know. I'm not sure how afraid to be of this unstable amulet. If I'm getting Witch Enchanted, then I'm just going to get Lauren instead. But I think I probably want to get the Lauren. Yeah, especially because like they're going to be able to... Well, no, they can't fell you anything anyway. Oh well, it's fine. Lotus Petal. Okay. Just discharge, yeah. I'll probably pay the 1 energy. Yeah, they do. That's rough. I was wondering if they were going to end up being a wasteland deck. Can I just draw another Caracas? Because I'm really good at this game. I would appreciate that. Johnny, okay. I don't love most of my options here, but I think it's best to get this amulet out of here, and then we'll surveil for the land to cast Solitude next turn. I think that's the best way that we stabilize. So they're going to fell you here. Yeah. I'm probably going to trade with Felia if they give me the opportunity to, but we'll see. I will not get the opportunity to. Got it. How much is this? 7 damage? I guess maybe 6 if they're like blinking. 6 or 5 if they're blinking the Ajani or Raptor. Okay. I take 6. Glad that... Okay. Yep. Alright. 5th lands, please. Hell yeah. I really... actually, let me make sure that... I feel like that has to be enough, even if we're taking a damage off of it. Let me see. So I'm imagining we would probably have to exile the Ajani in combat. We would be going down to 3, and we could block something, go to 6. So we would actually... Okay, so what we'd actually have to do is exile the Felia and then trade with one of the tokens. And then that would put us from... We go down to 3. We'd be taking 2, gaining 4. That would put us at 1. Yeah, okay. Obviously need them to also not draw anything, but we'll see. Didn't they? Oh, was this Arid Mesa from... That was from Exile, wasn't it? Because they can play stuff. Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, so we have to let that resolve, right? Because if we exile it, we can block here, but then we take exactly lethal. So that has to just happen. The Thalia. We have to block, so we'll do this. Gain 3, take 4, go to 2. And then not even sure what we need to draw here. Could it be Batter Skull? But we don't have that in our deck. Recruiter can get... It's going to be something with Recruiter. But I don't think... If we had time to Emperor of Bones, that could do it, but... if we Stoneforge, we could get... If we get Solitude, Stoneforge gets Sash. We can pitch to the Ajani. Or no, I guess we can't. We can't kill the Ajani. We'd have to kill the Raptor. And then we can block 2 things, go to 1. But we would have to block the 2 tokens, so the Ajani would then flip. But I guess that's better than being dead. So what else are we going to do? Okay, now we're dead. Oh yeah, that was extremely a formal wear moment. Yeah, let's not forget that. Okay. So what do we want? Paths are good. Containment Priest seems pretty good actually against the Felia deck. I don't know if I want White Orchid Phantoms for them for like I don't really care about their mana, but it might be slightly better in terms of combat applications. I don't think I want Thalias. That was one of the weird situations where Stoneforge being able to get a white card mattered, but otherwise I don't think Lion Sash is that good. Lauren's definitely good. Wisp is probably whatever. It might be that I just want to lower the curve, and that is a good enough reason to put White Orchid Phantoms in my deck. It could also be that we just don't even... White Orchid Phantom isn't even that much better than Thalia, but I feel like there's a decent chance they have Crocus in their deck, and... But no, because they have, like... Thalia is probably good enough against an unstable Amulet deck, right? Wisp is good against their Containment Priest. Yeah, I wonder how many they have, but that is a good point. But we really don't have a lot else that we would want to cut. Kind of all over the place here. think I'm gonna stick with this. It could be that we don't want Cauldron in this matchup, but oh boy. One lander with Cauldron is probably a non-starter, especially because I also, now knowing they're a wasteland deck, I can't really just get a scrub land for free here. Yeah, we're tossing this one. Okay, this is better. I'll keep this. I'm just going to put a shadowy backstreet back, I think. Yeah. Feels much better having Aether Vial. I do like Thoughtseize here, though, because they are definitely a synergy deck. So breaking up their synergies with something like Thoughtseize is pretty good. Oh boy, they're going off. What if I was supposed to Solitude something there? I don't think so, but I was probably supposed to think about it. So what is this? It just makes a 1/1 every turn. This is going to be a good spot for Jite. I think the question is, do we not need to like... Yeah, I was probably supposed to Solitude something and just didn't realize that they were going to do that much when I F6'd. What am I even doing here? I don't think that I want to... I guess if I'm Stoneforging now, it kind of has to be for Phantom Blade. Because otherwise it's just like wasting my Vial on 2. But... I think I can't really afford to just pass the turn, so I think that is what I'm supposed to do. Obviously they have a lot of removal for it, but like, what am I gonna do? I gotta play into it eventually. Also, like, blocks their stuff at least. Yeah, okay. So they can attack with everything here. They don't have enough energy to pump anything. I really don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. This is really weird. I'm just going to let this happen. I don't know. I'm playing against a modern deck. I'm very confused. They have 3 energy now, so they can use the Guide of Souls. I really wish I drew a white card there, but such is life. We missed a formal war moment? I don't think so. I don't think that this Stoneforge was a formal war moment. Maybe it was, but I don't think that it was. Alright, what are you rapturing for? Lotus Petal. Okay, sure. That's fine. They do have a lot of first strike going on, and I have to respect that. Although I don't want to respect them wastelanding me. That's fucked up. That's 2 +1/+1 counters? Jesus. I thought it was only one +1/+1 counter. I guess that's why this card's so good, huh? It's crazy. Yeah. So he's make the Pride a 3/3. If they do that, I'm gonna trade with the Guide of Souls. They might just put it on the Guide of Souls though, because they can't block the Ocelot Pride anyway. Yeah, okay. Yikes. Okay, I really don't need more 5-drops, please. Jesus Christ. Another one. Oh, I think I'm supposed to just Solitude this now. I'm giving them an extra energy that they shouldn't have. And also, I just gave them the City's Blessing. Although I guess they were going to have it next turn anyway. But, yeah. Modern Horizons 3 cards have too much text. Okay, yeah. No way I was keeping them off the... Well, I found the matchup that I wish I had Batterskull. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm over it. We fetched Phantom Blade because we were already super behind and not... I think the only realistic path we had was the Stoneforge living and killing something the next turn. Like, there was no point at which... Throughout that whole game, GTA was never going to matter, right? Secretly, that whole game might have been a formal wear moment, though. Not gonna lie. I say that saying I was literally just saying that like I don't think I was supposed to get formal wear with that first Stoneforge anyway, but it might have been if I was playing the matchup in paper, it's probably what I would have gotten. So I mean, just like gives me options for trading with stuff when I know that like my hand is light on removal. Yeah, it probably ends up working out right. These queues are abysmal. Spent like 15 minutes in queue tonight. Oh, trust me, I know why. I'm just complaining about it. There's a reason. I mean, there is multiple reasons, but that certainly is one of the reasons that I will be taking a break from streaming for the next month or so. There we go. Pretty good hand. Welder. Okay. That makes Thoughtseize a little bit risky, but it still feels like the right play. Yeah, exactly. I want to get that Goblin Engineer out of here. Like 90% sure. Yeah. Get out of here. At least they don't have a Saga or a Fable. That's pretty good for me. It's casting engine. Yeah, deal. I think I Swords Engine here. Yeah. Cool. Bauble doesn't do very much against me, although I'm assuming they're going to cycle it. Yep. And pass no mana. Cool. What do I want to do here? I don't really want to Stoneforge into the Lightning Bolt, especially when it doesn't use all of my mana effectively. So I think I'm going to recruit here. What am I getting? I could get a Skyclave. Could get a Solitude. What am I afraid of? So if they have... If the 2 cards in their hand plus the top of their deck are Soul Land, Painter, Grindstone, then we're dead. That's a reason to get Solitude, but that's a very specific set of 3 cards, and also Goblin Welder protects the Painter from a removal spell, which means that they would just go for it again next turn. I think I'm just going to get a Skyclave here. Yeah. Just get more removal I can cast. Don't make it too complicated. I have an answer for Fable. I have an answer for Saga. Yep, that's fine. I have another answer for Saga. But I'm just going to get this welder out of here so I don't have to think about it anymore. Not going to attack with Recruiter because then they can just bolt the Skyclave and trade with the illusion they get off of the welder. Yep. Very happy that gets bolted over my Stoneforge for sure. So I will take one. Cool. Okay, I have answers for Urza Saga for forever. What do you even want to get here? I see value in Sash. I see value in Phantom Blade. I see value in Cauldra. I think I actually like Sash the most here, though. No, Sash doesn't really do anything. What am I talking about? I'm gonna get Phantom Blade. Because I think the one card that I'm kind of weak to right now is Fury. Which is one of the reasons that I'm actually also going to Wasteland this Ancient Tomb. Fable? Yeah, Fable. Works for me. Got a good turn coming up here. It's Backstreet. Yeah, that's got to be good, right? Yeah. We're not going to use it this turn. We have better things to be doing right now. But at the very least, I'm going to Lauren the Fable. And then ultimately, I think this Goblin Shaman is enough of a problem to make me want to use this Phantom Blade, and then I can start attacking with my Recruiter. So it has Menace. It's fun being the one with Menace creatures for once. Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and attack. I think I'm just going to recruit for a Solitude and put Yorin in my hands. I think this gives me the most options while my opponent isn't really doing much. I think the only other option, I think is maybe like recruit for Stoneforge for Cauldra. That's a possibility. Is everything blue? Everything is blue. Are they going to start blasting? Um, I am actively happy that they are killing my Stoneforge. And I think this is a good enough reason for me to use my Solitude. I'd rather keep the Lauren around. The upside if I draw Caracas is just too high. Hmm. No, I'm still doing what I'm doing. Had to rethink for a second because I am using Emperor to get back Stoneforge, so I thought, well, maybe if I just play it from my hand, that's good enough. But it isn't really because the goal is to... Oops. I have to make black mana with this. The goal is to just kill them next turn. And the best way to do that is to get this Cauldron into play right now. Do you care about Gaga? I don't understand the question. Hopefully that doesn't make me look dumb, but... Oh, Lady Gaga. No, I don't, unfortunately. Nothing against her, just... Okay, I want White Orchid Phantoms, and I want Path to Exiles, and then I think about the Graveyard Hate, but I think I usually don't play Graveyard Hate against Painter, so... They don't really like GT in the matchup. I think if I had Batterskull, I would be cutting it here. So I need to dig a little bit deeper. I think I can probably trim a Thoughtseize on the draw. Oh yeah, she's definitely Lady Gaga in America at least. I didn't know that Stoneforge was Lady Gaga though. Maybe I just go down to 3 White Orchids. It's just all it is a way to kill her as a Saga. I don't really need it for anything else. It notably would have been pretty bad that game. But I think this looks about right. This hand is just too clunky. Not clunky, just slow. Doesn't do anything. My opponent's also mulliganing, so I'll be happy to join them. This hand looks better. I think I'm going to put the Solitude back, probably. I thankfully don't have to worry about Wasteland. Yeah, I'll put back the Solitude. Okay. Deal. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting. Um, Emperor of Bones, the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. But that's not right. Yeah, we're just taking the painter. Oh, damn it. Of course they draw Fable right away. It kind of sucks to use White Orchid on the Ancient Tomb. I feel like we might have to, though, because if I let them... Like, I want to just put something in front of the Shaman token, and I think if I think I'm just, like, giving them too much mana if I don't do this. Okay, Pyroblast and the Dragon Engine are gone, which means that there's a world where this Emperor of Bones gets to bring back the Dragon Engine. Okay, they play Saga and they find Boots, which is unfortunately the exact punish for me playing this White Orchid Phantom. Oh no, because this is just from Exile, so never mind, that doesn't actually work. It's cute, but it doesn't work. Well, I am still gonna do this because I really don't want them to be able to unearth it, because that's also bad. Mm-hmm. 2 red mana. A Braid. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That feels so totally fine. Yeah, they can't make a copy of anything here, so I'm not really risking anything getting my... Yeah, okay, I think I just need to keep that. I could put Yorion into my hand here, but I think I'm more interested in the situation where they make a construct, make another construct, put boots on the summoning sick one, and then I get to use Path to kill one and White Orchid to kill the other. So I think I'm gonna keep my mana up here. Yeah. No, that's a lie. Never mind, that doesn't work because they're getting another artifact off the saga. That was a goof. I forgot about that part of the math. It's possible I'm still supposed to hold up this mana anyway because of how much damage I might be taking here. Yeah, I would be taking 9, which is quite a bit. And this way, I get to path that. And then if I draw a land, I get to Fancy Plate that, and then my Yorion looks a little bit better. As long as I don't have another mana. They don't have another mana. Okay, cool. Hell yeah, let's go. Forgot I have to pay black mana. There we go. Equip, destroy. It is impossible for you to have Painter Servant. There's just no way. It is illegal. Is that Fury? Is that what's happening? Yeah, okay. I can live with that. That's honestly not that bad. It's gonna hurt, but only for one turn at least. Never mind. I guess now it'll still only hurt for one turn, but in a different way. So I just need them to not have a Pyroblast as their last card. Yeah, good for them. Yorion should be mono white when you don't make any blue mana. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this works. It's not amazing, but it'll do. Yep. I will actually keep Vial on top here. Yeah, that works. I would prefer it if you didn't cast Fable. Oh, it's a Braid. That's fine. Another Grindstone. Okay. I think we are just recruiting for Lauren then? Is that true? I guess probably not, because we don't have a Caracas to use Lauren again. Did we just wasteland them? It's a little scary to tap out here unless we get a Solitude specifically. Although getting a Solitude doesn't even sound that bad. If only Emrakul was in my deck. This decision would be so much easier. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually get a Solitude here, and it's going to be fine. I think I would probably rather have another card than Solitude, but I don't think it's so bad that, like... I think just, like, the value of not being dead if they have the nuts here is good enough for me. I think I'm pretty happy to play Mom here. Does Bolt on the Mom? Yep, that works. Cool. That's also nice. Any thoughts of double wastelands? Maybe. I think there's probably merit to it. I just really prefer when I know that I have answers to the next Urza saga that gets played. Because man, is that card a lot. I think especially when I have so many layers of protection against the painter combo in particular, that makes me feel a little bit better about it too. Do I need more removal? I guess the answer is how many cards are better than more removal? And I think the answer is not very many. I would probably take like a Stoneforge or a Skyclave over a Swords, but not a whole lot else. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play these next few turns pretty safe. I am going to Emperor of Bones though. Emperor of Bones on Mom is like a uh, pretty good layer of protection here. Not right now, Jax. Painter's a really complicated matchup. Okay. Just passing. Works for me. All right. I am doing one thing. There we go. They are grinding themselves. They find a dragon engine. That's a little gross. I guess we'll see if their hand is that bad. It probably is. Yeah, Mom Under Bones is great. Okay. Jax. They just played Painter Servant with 2 grindstones out. Give me a break. Alright, 1 second. Okay. Time to get rewarded for all of our work getting this pile of removal spells together because they weren't threatening to do anything else. keep going. Cool. You have successfully milled me for 2. I knew it would be 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess maybe engineer is better than making us use the solitude, but I guess when they knew we had it, maybe this is better. I don't know. They're dead either way, it's fine. This literally doesn't work. We have Emperor of Bones to... Although I guess we're probably just gonna... So if we exile engineer, that way the ensnaring bridge doesn't matter. Then we exile the dragon engine so that they can't unearth it. And now I think we're golden. Because even if they literally top deck Painter Servant, they only have the mana to activate it once. And we have the second we have another Solitude for that. So I think we got this one more or less locked up. They just get another Painter Servant into their yard, which is kind of interesting. So now I can Solitude the Engineer. Yeah, they're super dead. Kill the Engineer. I don't really need to do this, but I get to, so I'm going to. All right. It's been a couple slogs. Almost done. Playing against Termagurf, you say? What are you doing, Jax? Whatever. Come on, friend. Don't take more of my time. This league has already been so long. There we go. This hand kind of sucks. I think I'll keep it though. So he's got a good curve. I just hope I don't get wastelanded. Jax, what are you doing? Are we gonna finally play against Scam? Is that what this Underground Sea is saying? Sure is. Sure is. No second land though. Doesn't matter. Alright, we'll go to game 2. I theoretically have one more draw step there, but I'm just not interested in playing that game. I'm good. I'm all full. There we go. Jesus Christ, this hand is something. This is an experiment. That's what this one is. Experiment's going great, guys. It's going totally fine. Well, they aren't doing anything either, so I guess that works for me. There we go. That's more like it. Jax, what are you doing? There's the Entomb. They get Atraxa, which is interesting into the onboard Caracas, but I'm going to use Fairy Macabre here specifically because I know that there is only one copy of Atraxa, so I would rather use Surgical on something like Grief or Troll or whatever if the opportunity presents itself. Sure, okay. I think if I had mana untapped, then I would be into that. I mostly didn't want to Surgical into Daze. That was the difference for me. Obviously, I have the second Surgical. It's not like a disaster or anything. Just like, yeah. There we go. I'm going to recruit for something here. What am I recruiting for? Probably a Skyclave. Skyclave is the best way to have an answer for Frog, which is like the one thing my hand kind of doesn't cover. Yeah. They are really digging. Yep. Basic swamp, sure. These people do love to board in Orcish Bowmasters. So I'm kind of tempted to just attack with Recruiter here to test the waters there. And I think I want to just recruit for a land drop. Finally get to do that, but I think that's what I want to do here. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm probably going to do that next turn, maybe. I knew it. See, I knew it. These animals, they just love boarding in Bowmasters against D&T. Just don't do this. It's casting Grief. Sure. Yeah, Wood Elves and White. Hell yeah. They give rid of Wisp. That's an interesting one. Another Recruiter. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot I had the Good Tamer Priest out. So that makes more sense. I guess if they didn't like it before, maybe I just recruit for another Wisp. Like if the game is clearly heading towards us just being kind of bogged on the board here. So I think having a flyer here feels pretty good. Oh right, I don't have another Wisp in my deck. I only have the two. So I'm just going to get an Emperor of Bones instead. No, Emperor of Bones doesn't work with Containment Priest. Then I will get a Stoneforge. We did it. And now I think about whether I Surgical Troll. Probably not yet. I think I want to wait until I'm feeling threatened by the possibility of hard cast trolls. Which might be this turn, actually. They mill an Archon of Cruelty. Okay. No attack with grief. That's kind of interesting. Hell yeah. Never didn't have it. I'll save this one for later. Still no attacks. I am gonna surgical troll now, just to be safe. Get those out of there. They're letting me get the one out of their hands? Okay. What did they board out? Okay, there's literally what did they board out for these bowmasters? I can't tell. Jesus. The reason I didn't do it in their draw step is that I wanted to check to see if they had a oh, 2 forces. There's 0 dazes in. Okay, all right. I wanted to check this for counter magic because there's a possibility that I would not cast this Stoneforge, but I am casting this Stoneforge. And I'm going to get a Phantom Blade. I forgot to check to see how many removal spells were left in their deck. I think it was just the Dismember, right? And I guess there was also an Engineered Explosives. There were 2 pushes? Okay. So yeah, I think what's going to happen is we're going to Solitude our own Containment Priest and kill them with their Archon. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay, and they're over it. Okay. Well, that worked. Yeah, I guess that doesn't work if they use the removal in response to activating, but they have on board they have no reason to do that. So anyway, that was a weird one. Good hand. Maybe they don't get to remove our thing and priest. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Well, it helps knowing that they have like almost no counter magic in their deck for some reason. So I'll just never play around it. 3 fatal pushes, 3 brazen borrowers, dismember, engineered explosives. I think that was it. See? I know there's no day. I guess maybe they have days in on the draw, but whatever. Or days in on the play, I mean. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Do I play out Emperor of Bones here? I don't think so. Yeah, right. Gets him every time. This looks like they're holding up Bowmasters. So, oh my God, Jax, what are you doing? Goodbye. I forgot to check for borrowers when I was surgicaling, but I don't think they had any. I'm just gonna play Crocus and pass. I think I'd rather wait until I can get something off of Bones for sure. Am I getting griefed? Yeah, okay. This works either way. So yeah, that's fine. I need to fetch so that I don't draw my basic swamp, importantly. If I draw a basic swamp, then that would be really bad. Hey, Frankensteiner, how's it going? Yeah, we're gonna Bones here. We are indeed in the Bone Zone. You got it. I'm just going to sit on the Solitude for the next 5 minutes or whatever. There they go. It's like, you got to do it eventually. Come on. Yeah, I think they've had Bowmaster in their hands for like 5 turns and just weren't casting it. I'm going to take this first attack. I really want to see what my next... At least get one Surveil in first. I guess maybe that was wrong because they gave me the opportunity to cast it when they didn't have hard cast Force up. So maybe that was wrong, actually. That's fine. I knew I was going to draw Thoughtseize. Okay, the Dazes are back. This hand's really funny. Oh my god. I don't know. I Daze could theoretically be a blue card for a Force of Will later. So I'll get rid of that for that reason. And I just want to get this in play now while they can't cast a Force and while I know that their hand is big doggy doo-doo. And now I get to... Here we go. We are rewarded for taking Daze because we get to Yorion, cast Yorion. And if they drew the Force, good for them, but they didn't, so... Yeah, okay, this game's over. What are we even getting with Recruiter? I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I think I'm getting Sash here. That's where my head was at. I think Mr. Bones is more fun. I think Sash is probably safer. Sash also very good at killing them right now. All right, cool. We're out of there. Solid 4-1. Can't complain too much. We lost against a modern deck, but that's how it goes sometimes. Notably, a modern deck I don't know how to play against because it's a modern deck, so it happens. Yeah. It was basically just Boros energy ported into Legacy. Yeah, deck's feeling good. For the first time in a while. I'll be... Yeah, I mean, not seeing a real reason to change much. I mean, we'll see if I make any game time decisions next weekend, but I think we're feeling pretty good. I'll repeat the announcements that I started the stream with. First off, I did a bonus update. So the sideboard guide that I host and support for my Patreon, $5 and up Patreon subscribers. I did a bonus update because my initial July update didn't include Mr. Bones, nor did it include the non-surgical or the non-leyline graveyard hate against Scam. Because we were still kind of all proving those out. They've been proven. The list has been updated. You can do !sideboard guide, !SB guide. I'll put that in the chat right now in order to get a link hosted on FlexSlot. If you go there, it'll also link to my Patreon to make sure that you have the subscription and all of that. The other announcement is that I will be taking a break from streaming soon. I will still be here this Sunday, the 21st. But after that, I will be taking a bit of an extended break, basically just through the beginning of September. I will be missing the 3 streams after that anyway, and at that point, we will truly just be in the August 26th waiting room at that point. So I'm going to take a break, catch up on some other projects, things like that. Um, and I will return once we have had the new banned and restricted announcement, and we will pick it up from there. I will be playing. My current list has 2 pre-war formal wears on both in flex slot and in my deck box right now. That may go down to 1. We'll see. I don't know right now. I feel like 2 is probably right, but we'll see. So yeah, I think that is it. We'll go over to my little handy dandy little outro screen. Thank you everybody for watching. You can find me on all of these different places on the internet. I'll point out the Patreon again. If you're playing D&T in any tournament coming up, but particularly if you're playing at SCG Baltimore next weekend, definitely subscribe to me. Give you a list and a sideboard guide. You'll be good to go. Obviously, like, I'm sorry you chose to play it instead of Scam, but also good on you, because Scam is for losers. I don't mean that. I get people are going to play the best deck, but it's not for me. If you missed any of this YouTube or any of this Twitch, oh my God, if you missed any of this stream, the Twitch VOD will be up on YouTube overnight. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you everybody for stopping by, and I will see you on Sunday.